Hi there, guys. All right, listen, I know this isn't on Prompto Live and I don't expect anyone to be in here, but I just thought I'd do a live session now because there are quite a few questions and remarks regarding the Arbiter, this guy, or the RTA. So yeah, some people say they do not get the flavor or they do not get the saturation that I talk about. So what I'm actually just going to do is just going to mention a few of the comments and actually respond to those comments, and then I'm going to switch over to the other camera. Now I have emptied this guy. I've got 2 or 3 good vapes still left on this stuff, and then I'm going to open it up, just remove that dual coil build, and I'm going to put in a 4.5mm diameter single coil white collar alien, just to actually see how the guy actually vapes in single coil mode as well. But what I have noticed, let me just quickly close down here, just open up the chat, because maybe there's somebody in there that actually wants to say something. So yeah, who's it? Morning Phyllis Arianto, yeah, typical Tony vaping. Hi there guys. Any case, so let's quickly go through some of the comments which I actually got. Weirdly enough, I got 3 dislikes on the video as well, which is actually strange. I don't mind dislikes though, but if you really want to dislike though, just tell me what about it so we can actually do something about it though. Maybe it's I talk too faster, maybe you don't like the Afrikaans lingo, maybe you're not happy with the music, you're not happy with whatever the case, just mention it there. So if you dislike, then rather be a contributor than just one of those wankers that just dislike and disappear. So yeah, let's see if we can do something about it. But I thought it was a nice, honest review, and to get a dislike on that kind of sucks a bit though. But in any case, show us how to build. We need your help. Now, what I can tell you about this Arbiter is your wicking is going to be key in this guy. And when I open it up, you're going to see what exactly I mean by it though. Now the problem with the Arbiter is it's got a very thin slit at the bottom through which juice can come. Now fortunately the juice which I mix is 35 PG, 65 VG, which means it is a bit more viscose, more fluid than the 3070 mix. And I think already there I've got an advantage above the other guys. So I actually forgot to mention that in the video as well. So obviously mine being more liquid, it can saturate those coils, get into those cotton quicker underneath that slit than the thicker juices can actually. And that's the problem with chain vaping a 3070 on this guy. The second factor, besides that, I would rather suggest using a 4060 or a 3565 like I do, is your wicking is going to be crucial in this, because you have got that loose chamber which sits on top, which actually afterwards put on. If your wicking is too thick, it presses against your cotton, and that squeezes your cotton too close to one another. It condenses it too much. So I also made the mistake the first time. So the second time I actually opened it up, and then I thinned out my cotton more, and I didn't let my cotton actually go down right to the bottom. So I made sure that my cotton just sticks out though, but I've got gaps on the outer ring and the cotton though, so that your drawing action actually forces juice up. Now because this is a huge chamber, it's not going to, as if you're going to get so much juice drawn up that it's going to be an issue for you, but it's enough juice to get pulled up the sides of those legs to get your cotton to saturate a lot quicker, and I can guarantee you it makes a huge difference. It's a massive difference, because when we were sitting drying though, although I had the 3565 juice, I just sat there and thought, yeah, like because I had both. I don't know if you saw the photo which I posted on ECSA, the bright check, and I had these 2 monkey nuts. And I mean, the saturation this guy gives me, but obviously, as I said, I have to open it every now and again just to get the bubbles, to release the pressure, to get the pressure into the cotton. But for the flavor which I get, this, I don't mind that, absolutely. But I noticed that, oh my word, but I noticed that this guy lost his saturation while we were drying. So it was great in the beginning and it was great while I was reviewing it. but then it lost it. So I had to actually vape it empty like this now, open it up though, and that's the problem which I found I had. I had too much cotton along the sides, so when I had that loose section, that reducer, let's call it that reducer, when I had that on, it compressed my cotton too much, so I smothered my cotton and I minimized my juice pathways, put it that way. Yeah, Tony, I've never minded dislikes, but I mean, if a kid doesn't perform in my class, I just don't tell him, listen, what you're doing is wrong, and I don't leave it there. I tell him exactly what it is he's doing wrong and what he can do to improve it there. And that's what's so frustrating about YouTubers watching videos. Not all YouTubers, I mean, obviously it's a very small minority, but it's always a small minority that messes up things. The same with South Africa. We've got a small minority of assholes ruining everything for us. But as I said, you can welcome to give me a dislike, but then just say, listen, try to improve your lighting, there's too much shine on this thing, whatever. Try a different type of coil for a change. Your music sucks. Put in some AC/DC. The problem with music, it's very difficult, but you got to have non-copyrighted music, else they flag your post. And the music I'm putting in there to make it nice for you, X. So yeah, show us how to build. Hey Jurgens, afternoon all, Jurgens over there. Miskien is die ouens net deur die kant wat jou video gedislike. If they don't comment on why they disliked, then they are. You just get those guys which they just hulle geen maar net nie vir ander mense iets nie. But in any case, so I promise you, if you do what I'm going to tell you to do now, you're going to love this Arbiter. As I said, it's absolutely on par with the Violator. So if you're not prepared to pay that 1,100 or 1,200 Rand for a Violator, you can get this guy for below 600 Rand, and it's still going to give you the performance of those expensive guys. And I mean, this guy's performing excellent as it is now, with the slight alterations which I made. It's great. So yeah, let's quickly go through a few comments before I actually take it down on the other camera, open it up, show you that thin slit I'm talking about, and how I actually changed my cotton to fit in those juice ports, or those saturation ports, put it that way. Okay, so the one comment which I had from Liesel, I'm loving my Arbiter. I vape it exactly the same way you do. Coils ohming at 0.21. Yeah, that's exactly the same, eh? 0.21 and 75 watts. Airflow close halfway down. Mine is still on 0.21 and I'm vaping it at 75 watts. You won't be able to see it though. It's clear. The flavor is awesome. Also don't like the red O-rings. Liesel, I'm glad to hear you like your Arbiter. And the good news is the second batch is going to come with black sets of O-rings. So that's the good news concerning the O-ring situation. But yeah, as I said, I've got so many RTAs or so many RDAs, but finding one with exact same specifications, which is going to keep the bubble glass in place, because this guy is just so off diameters everywhere, that you're not going to find O-rings in your collection that's going to fit it. It's going to find it hard though. And then Kelvin van der Merwe says, reminds me of the Zeus X with that chimney section. This almost exactly looks like the Zeus X. It's the top cap that makes the difference. So if you guys, and obviously the nailing at the bottom, but if you look at the overall design of this and the Zeus X, yeah, no, they look extremely similar. But yeah, so if you're just going to remove this portion and you do the top cap of the Zeus X and you put it next to one another, it's just the dimensions and the nailing at the bottom that actually differs though. Otherwise, yeah, I do agree with you for sure. And then Tell It Like It Is said mine came in defective. Both sides of his peak insulators were bent, and that sucks. So hopefully you get a new one sent out to you though. Do get a replacement, but it's not supposed to be. I mean, my peak insulation was absolutely fine. Pierre Haring says, great review, thank you very much. I'm costing you a lot of money. It costs you a klomp geld. Well, I mean, I'm just showing you the products that you decide what you want and what you don't want. You don't need to come buy everything I say is good. Find something which you like. Remember, I'm a hobbyist. So for me, it's nice finding pairings finding a nice mod that fits with the atomizer if I like the atomizer, or find a nice atomizer that fits with the mod. And yeah, at a certain point I'll actually go through my pairings which I currently have, just to show you what I actually settled upon. The good news is Hellvape, that MTL RTA of them, they're actually sending me 2, so I will review that though, and then there's at least 1 extra on which I can give to one of my members though, so that's lekker. But that I did receive the notice, so that is on its way. And then Assassino says, nee, ek dink hoe daai tank lyk soos hy daar is, lyk bevlok. Dink jy het verkeerd gespel, het moet gatvol seker wees, maar sal seker die rainbow ene vat. Yeah, I'm not a fan. You get guys who like rainbow. Problem is rainbow normally just only fits a rainbow mod, and I'm not too keen on all those different colors. Never liked those glasses as well with the rainbow look. But I know there's people that like the rainbow, but get the Arbiter, absolutely. And then someone else asked me if, because in my video I did a pre-cut on my legs, my coil legs at 3.5 millimeters. So they asked me if the build deck is not open whether you can cut your coils. You can, absolutely. But the thing is, I find it easier to pre-cut my coils at 3.5 than struggling to get my wire cutter underneath, because it's not the most convenient. It's not like the dead rabbit where it's easy to cut your legs at the bottom there. So for me it was just a simple case of pre-cutting mine at the length which I knew is going to be perfect for it though. But you're absolutely right, you can put in long legs though and cut them at the bottom. You can always do that, no issues. So that's that regarding the comments which I had on this so far. I must say it's probably one of the videos that people have, the watch climb has been the quickest. It's strange, it's absolutely strange, but it is a very nice saturated vape. So any case, let's quickly go down to the other cam, so I actually can show you there. Just want to see if there's anything which I missed over here. Arianto, love your music, glad you like it, man. It took me a while to find these 2 new songs which I actually used, the one in my build video yesterday and the one on the Wing It introduction now. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it though. It's better than these MIDI sounds in the background. Miskien is die ouens jammer om van hulle, but is die nice RTA vir die double barrel 24 to 25. I mean, Arianto, the nice RTAs which I can recommend, I don't think it's RTAs which you can find anymore. But as I said, the RTAs which I kept is things like the Cosmonaut, which I really like, the Goon, which I really like, the Reloads, the OG Reload RTAs, which I've still got in my collection, 2 Tokugawas, which I still got in my collection, the Simba. The Simba is a very good option. It's got very, very nice flavor. RTA for vaping, but that's a bit more expensive though. So I mean, yeah, you've got it. Yeah, I'm still using my Simba RTA. It delivers very nice flavor, and it's very nice and cheap. So if you don't mind this 2-tone situation, then absolutely go for it. So let's just quickly check if the other camera actually is going to function and work as what I actually wanted. Let's just quickly put it on here. I put it off to save a bit of battery life. But yeah, got my tweezers is here. My coily tool I'm not going to need. This guy I'm going to need because it's a 4.5 diameter coil. So you need something a bit more special. Cotton which I will be using is a bit of cotton bacon prime. I might as well take out a nice fatty tuft because it's going to be a fatty build. So let's just, there you go. I just feel it, man. I just feel it by now. And it should be approximately correct. But we will test how accurate I am with this as a 4.5. It looks a bit fat, but no, yeah, you never know. You never know. Okay, let's quickly see over there. You guys can see the cam. You can see the cam well, am I right? Perfect. Okay, let's just get to my chat box again. I don't want my chat box to disappear. So you can Twisted Messes. I've also got the Twisted Messes 24. I've actually got 3 different Twisted Messes. I like the Twisted Messes as well. It's in here. But yeah, there's the Aria as well, which is fairly unknown, which I also liked a lot. The Trilogy is still there. I've still got a blotter mini RTA there as well. Another one which is also very good is the C4 from Asmodus. This guy. I'll show you underneath. I keep on watching at my other camera, but this little guy. I'll show you up close. It will start focusing. Probably focus now. There. This nummy. Just want to check. Okay, this guy must. There you go. That's what the ball deck looks like. So yeah, also a nice option. So you can decide for yourself. You got the post holes. But yeah, that's the C4. So in any case, I'll just quickly zoom in a bit there. There you go, that should be fine. So if you remove this little guy, I'm sure there's not the juice in there is not going to give me any issues. There you go. See, so my previous problem was when I had this guy, I had too much cotton along the sides, and when I put this on, it actually pressed against my cotton way too much, and that squeezed my cotton, and then you're obviously losing your capillary roots, put it that way. So yeah, so I actually pulled out my cotton again, and you can actually see how much I thinned out my cotton. Let's quickly check out there. If you go closer, it should zoom in now. There you go. So yeah, so basically I just saturated my cotton, squeezed it like so, and you can see it's actually very thin. Very thin. And then I just put it in there, and as I say, don't worry if you've got gaps like that. You can see there's a gap over there, and as I said, you can just pull your cotton out a bit though and just minimize those gaps if you want, but the whole point is it needs to be spacious there. It needs to be loose there on the sides, because you've got this very thin slit through which juice can actually pass over there. Right, so yeah, you can also see my cotton is just sticking down at the bottom, just sticking out. So your thicker juice, when you've got too much cotton in there, your thicker juice actually gets blocked by the cotton, whereas here you've still got juice moving in from all sides underneath, and you've got a larger area at the bottom of your cotton that can actually be saturated. So don't worry about it. If you can very easily put in your tweezers in there, don't worry about that. That's how it actually should be, and then it saturates like a boss. Right, so in any case, so I think let's quickly remove this scrumptious build, and let's try out a single coil on this oak. I think that's gonna be nom. Okay, so you can definitely see what is going on over here. Okay, forget now, obviously I'm gonna have juice on my hands and stuff. Damn. Okay, let's just dry it off before you guys say this thing is leaking. Look, it's leaking on him. That's not leaking on me. Don't talk nonsense. It's just that I'm removing something which just was vaped. So yeah, luckily I've got the correct tools in place, so you can all see what is going on over there. No problem. I can try and put in some music on the background, but I'm just worried that you're not going to hear my voice. So anywho, so yeah, then just flip it out. Look at that. Look at that, man. So the other guy said that he had warped peak insulation, which is actually strange. I've never had that though. I've never had a problem with my insulation when I actually received my mod or my atomizer. Put it that way. So in any case, now because I'm going to use a single coil, what I did is I just made the legs. I'm not going to worry about that way to that way. I'm just going to put it next to one another. That one and that one. So I just kept it basically the same at 3.5 to 4 millimeters, my legs. because as you see I don't like my legs sticking out at the bottom. And then you can just tighten it as what you're supposed to do. And yeah, I can feel they are both in. And now I need my coil in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my Allen key, and I'm just going to pull my coil more towards the middle. And I think that looks boss. Just get it underneath. There you go. There you go. So yeah. Twist it slightly. And I think that looks good, guys. I think this looks awesome. There you go. You can check it out now. Moet ek vir julle sing. Ek sing baie lelik. Come on, you numbnut. Focus. It kind of takes a while to focus there. You sad piece of crap. But in any case, there you can see it. And that's about the height which we're going to work with. I think this is very good, very nice in the middle, very nice. So yeah, now we just, oh my goodness gracious, that was too much. Do not heat up your coil at 90 or 80 watts. It is too much. Okay, now I'll have to put in a new one. That was hopelessly too much. Because remember, this coil is probably going to ohm in at 0.5. So there was too much. It couldn't handle it. And that's the reason why light bulbs actually go. The filament is too thin. So before we actually go there, let's just go down and get our thing to a respectable 40 watts. There you go. That should be fine. That should be fine. Okay, so let's just do a new one, because I can. Now I am an expert, so I can judge the length of the legs already, because I'm so confided in this business. Here you go. I say, oh, this camera. Okay, easy capeasy. Okay, let's just get some more, slightly more leverage on my coil legs, just a little bit. There you go. That should do the trick. That should be perfect. There you go. And let's even out the glow. See if it works a bit better at the lower wattage. The resistance is too low for this guy. This guy is just too much watts, too strong. Keeps on burning through. But I want to use a big coil like this. I need to, because I have to see what a 4.5mm diameter coil does. Hier's 'n bietjie van 'n afdraand hierso. Bietjie van 'n afdraand. Okay. Let's try this guy one more time. One last time. If this doesn't work, then I will have to find a 3.5mm diameter or 4mm diameter coil. Okay, last try. Okay, now we're missing our Allen key. There you go. Hey. Okay, now let's lower it down. Start at 30 watts, 28 watts. There you go, man. So you got to be... I think this thing's going to vape awesome. That thing's going to vape awesome. Yeah, well, I mean, I've got this 4.5mm diameter coil, so I might as well try it. Okay, let's just cool it down with that piece of cotton and then pull it through. Should do the trick, and that should do the trick. There you go. You can see there's very easy that the tweezer actually goes through there, and that's what you want. That's what you want. I think this guy's going to work boss. This guy's going to work good. Let's put in some blimey, saturate it, push it up to 40 watts and give it a vape. And then we would know how this guy vapes on a single coil. There you go, man. Absolutely. Okay, so I don't see anything wrong with that. Now just to find our little inner chamber. Like so. And then like so. Give it a reverse threading, bit of reverse threading over there, and there you go. Top off. Let's get some nice juices in there. Some a lot of juice because I've got faith that this guy is going to perform. And there you go. And that is going to be our single coil 4.5mm diameter build. Let's just put this guy off. Okay, let's push it up to 40 watts. Just start at 40 watts because this guy's coming in at 0.53. So 40 watts for this guy's fine. Remember, it's got a lot of cotton underneath, saturation. Yo, that's a lot of airflow. Because remember, you don't have your dual coils that is going to restrict your airflow a bit more though. You've got a single coil in the middle, so you've got a lot of airflow coming from the sides now. That is definitely a lot of flavor. Definitely a lot of flavor. Let's push it up to 50 watts. And it's also still very saturated. So that's just the main thing about the Arbiter, is you just got to make sure that you've got enough spacing, that your cotton is loose through your juice saturation rims. I don't know if you want to call it that, heaven knows, but so that when you draw, you actually suck up juice. And I mean, as I said, this guy's luckily not that big, so it's not as if you're going to draw juice into your mouth. you're just going to get enough juice to go up the sides, which is going to help with the saturation a lot quicker. Okay. This is a good, it's absolutely a good build option. This. So yeah, so there you've got it. You've got the Arbiter with its small little mistakes, which I pointed out, which is not huge. It's basically aesthetics. Dripped up with a rope profile you can replace. Red O-rings are being changed for black ones in the second batch. So if you don't have this now, just wait for the second batch and you'll be a happy chappy. Maar ja, nee, kyk. Here, no wonder this thing is set on powerful. So I think I'm vaping it at 50 watts, but I'm actually not. This thing is heating very hard. Damn, it's good. Now the flavor on this is good. Absolutely. So there's my recommendation. Your problem is if you go smaller though, I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. Because remember, the whole idea is to get your coil underneath your drip tip though. And the whole thing about this is because your airflow is in at the top, you suck harder though. So your air intake at the bottom, it's going to be such volumes of air coming in from the bottom that whenever you fire your coil, those particles which go to the sides, they're going to be pushed up by the airflow coming from the sides in any case though. So that's a win-win situation. And because your deck is solid at the bottom, those juice particles just collecting over there start rimming itself towards the airflow though. So whenever you hit, that airflow is in any case going to bring up that condensation as well. So that's why this thing is so nice. Mano, yeah. But I'll definitely keep this guy on my desktop though, so anyone that visits me can actually come by and give this ook a try. So what you're doing on this Sunday, we're trying to find some rivers and dams so we can go and catch some fish, me and my son. Because what I've actually over the holiday bought a huge box which a guy imported, old man imported from America, with a lot of lures inside of it, both seawater and freshwater lures. So we just want to go and test out the stuff. I mean, they look like frogs and articulating fish and fucking worms and things like that. So that would be actually nice if we can start catching freshwater fish. Because a lot of the nicest places where I personally like to go and camp is next to rivers. That I like. I mean, it's nice to go to the sea, but there's so many people. I'm not drawn by many people though. I like it nice and quiet as well, but I love the nature being untouched as far as possible though, so I don't mind that. So normally these cottages next to the rivers with a nice braai on the stoep overlooking the river that flows by, and every now and again you get a fish eagle. Yes, means that I like. So in any case, kom ons kyk gou hierson. Hier's 'n paar goedjies. Trying an RTA which you got for 450. Don't know what you paid for that. Okay, like a screwdriver daai. Ach yeah, this is a you can get this screwdriver, but the back portion actually broke off, but not that you need it because you hide all your other goodies is at the back there. So you just gooi everything at the back, and this is just basically a little plug with an O-ring which keeps everything intact. But yeah, no, it works well. It's got the size Allen keys which you in any case need for all the atomizers. So that's lekker. And just like that, 80 Rand up the flames. No, Arianto, I get sponsored, my son. I get sponsored. So, and you remember, check 80 Rand. 80 Rand's not that expensive, you're crazy. Where do you buy your coils? I need to send you a couple of 4ID coils I have. Well, there you go, Jurgens. I build so much. A lot of the building I do off camera, but I do build a lot. So for you guys that are actually now members though, you will notice that I will start posting videos on the membership, of different builds I do on other atomizers. I mean, I might break out the Tokugawa and just decide it's time for a bit of RDA flavor chasing, and then I'll do a build on the Tokugawa, and then you can see how nice that thing's deck. If you don't know the Tokugawa, Tokugawa, Tokugawa RDA, go and check out that thing. It's an old RDA, but you're so nice. I'll just show you the blue one which I have. I just want to see on which mod I actually put it there. Sure. So I've got so many of my stuff. There's the Twisted Messes 24, by the way. Somebody actually asked for. That's my Twisted Messes 24. But that's a lekker one there as well. I've got two Tokugawas. Let's just actually see on which. I might as well just show you the black Tokugawa. It's closer. But this is the Tokugawa. Let's open. Let's put on this guy. Switch for a closer view. Might as well give you a nice. There you go. This should absolutely work better now. Let's zoom in quickly. Now this is going to work much better. Okay. There you go. That is what the Tokugawa looks like. This is the Tokugawa. You can see on the top, Tokugawa. But if you remove that guy, check that build deck. It's one of the. It's gonna focus now, guys. Just. I mean, there's some bling over there. There you go. Just look at that build deck. It's not the easiest build deck to build on, because you can actually see you need to bend your coils outwards. But what a fantastic RTA this. And what's nice about it is, besides that, you've got side airflow, you've got bottom airflow as well. There you go. Now obviously the problem with bottom airflow is, if I just push these guys aside, then you'll actually see there's a little screw on the inside, little cap. And that cap you obviously remove. And if you remove that cap, then you initiate the bottom airflow as well. But I put that cap in so that I can drip through the tip, so that the juice don't go through that airflow hole. And it still gives me fantastic flavor by just using the side airflow. So this is a very good option, this Tokugawa. Very nice. But yeah, that's what it looks like at the bottom. Tokugawa. You can see it. It's old. 2016. Check that date there. 2016. Should focus. Slowly but surely. There you go. 2016. Huh. But this is very, very nice. Yeah, so Jurgens, if you get in your jelly boxes, and I order one of those jelly boxes from you, the 21700s, then yeah, it would be nice if you could send me those 4mm coils, ID coils with it. But this 4.5 is working gems inside this guy. Yes, okay, let's be brave. Push it up to 60 watts. It's a 0.5 ohm coil, which I'm going to vape at 60 watts. Okay, let's just put the airflow open. Here, I'll just check out the clouds. Alright, I've got the aircon on. Just quickly put the aircon off. And then you can see the clouds much better though. 0.5 ohm coil. Holy crapsack. So if you've doubted the saturation of this, then you don't need to anymore. I mean, I gave you 3 nice hits on 60 watts on a 0.5 ohm coil with 0 signs of dry hits. So yeah, and that's going to make your Arbiter so much more pleasurable to use if you just follow those instructions. Get your juice slightly thinner if you can, 35-65 if you need to do it yourself. If not, as I said, do not get your cotton to be visible though. Let your juice underneath, so a larger surface area of your cotton is exposed to your juice, and the juice can be saturated quicker though. And then most importantly, do not compact your juice, your wick in there. Allow for some areas of air to actually come through your coil legs, your coil, whatever you want to call it though. Not your coil, your cotton reams going down. And then yeah, you're going to pull up automatically juice, but that juice is going to stick to your cotton, and it's going to saturate it a lot quicker. So anywho, let's see if there's anything else before I actually sign off. I don't want to mess up you guys Sunday with the family. Yes meneer, happy dat ek die stream kon maak. Die build like awesome. Yeah, 3 tries later it works though. But as I said, you can't even out the glow on 70 or 80 watts on a 0.5 coil without cotton saturated on the inside. Then you're obviously going to burn through the thing. Even us experienced hobbyists make those mistakes. Hoe lyk dit met die jellies? Hoe lyk wat met die jellies? Arianto, I think Arianto's vraag Jurgens nou, ek sal stok moet kry die week. So yeah, Jurgens, I heard that the shipment is here, but it's at the airport. The airport blocked your jelly boxes. Now that's actually a pity though. Best dual coil RTA till 800 Rand. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. The Torrent Beast, that's for me the best. I mean, that's the only one I'm using at the moment is this. But now you've got this. If you don't mind the 28mm, then you've got this guy. This guy really performs. But yeah, I'm just a Torrent Beast fan. I just like the Torrent Beast. What's a coil's ID is daar? Well, I mean, I don't know what you're exactly talking about, but coil IDs you can must find yourself. You can determine it yourself. So what you can do is you can buy a pre-made Clapton wire, and then all you need is a little tool like, where's that my tool of mine? This little tool. All you need is it, and it's cheap. You can find it at any vape shop. Supposed to find it at any vape shop. Some of them has actually got a brush head attached to the one side, which you can also use to even out the glow. But you've got your 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5mm diameters, which you can turn with this. So most 24mm RTAs, if they don't have a reduced build chamber, then they 2, 3mm diameters fit perfectly in them. I just find 2, 3mm to give me better flavor on the Torrent than 2.5. 2.5 still gives me fantastic flavor, but 3mm, they do the job for me. I must still build my blotto. I've still got my blotto. It's brand new, untouched. My 20, the mini one. Just quickly check over here. Hey, Arianto's using the winner emoji. Yeah. We got 2 new emojis. So if you guys want to become members, I think for every 4 members you can get a new emoji. So we just need 4 members, so I can get an emoji of a chicken dinner. So then you can post that winner chicken dinner if you like something which you see, and that's lekker. Oh, there's clouds as well. Yeah, this thing gives moose clouds, massive. Pier sal moet seker maak vir jou. Het nie nou in beeld om te check nie, besig met 'n cleaning session. Okay, Kaiser, nice to see you live. 5 ME in Texas. Oh my word, are you going to bed or are you waking up? But wanted to stop and show love. Thank you again for your help. Got the beats being created as we speak. So, Stevie, you're welcome. I mean, and any of you South Africans, remember those beadies which I made when I still made my own coils with the Daedalus? I designed those guides which are called beadies. So I've still got the STL file, the CAD file. So if any of you guys are into do-it-yourself and you want that file, that STL file, so that you can just take it to anybody who does 3D printing, I think it's 24 gauge, 26 gauge, and 28 gauge beads, and they've got slits, and that is where you're going to keep those slits off to keep your core wires in place. If you obviously want to make aliens or claptons, you don't need to have the dialers to use it though. A lot of people just use a clamp with their wires and freehand their claptons or their aliens with a drill on the other side. So those beadies help me a lot though. So just let me know if you guys want that file. I'll post it for my members as well. I've got no problem, but I still do have the file. But Stevie, he emailed me and he asked me, he's in Texas and he wants to do it yourself though. So I sent him the file. So yeah, that's like, I'm glad. And just print yourself 5 of each. And then you've got it. 5 of each. Because sometimes you've got a nice long piece of wire and you actually need it to be wanted stable at a few points. The more the merrier. More the merrier. How do we get hold of Jurgen? Int Vapor. Jurgen, you can post. I don't know if you've got a Facebook page or what's the easiest for you. If you've got an email which you want to post in chat quickly. If the people want to get in touch with you, or your phone number if they want to WhatsApp you. But yeah, that's how you get hold of Jurgen. Is the Violator better than the M25? I think they're on par with one another though. But I enjoyed the 28 Violator more than I did the 28 Fatality. But because your 25 is so much more reduced, it also gives you a very good flavor. So I think the Violator is on par with that, with the M25, because I prefer the M25 above the M28. Hopefully that answers you. Dominic, I doubt the one being better than the other. Ink Vapor, slip of finger, haha, lol, yeah, I use a drill and swivels. Thank you again, that's good. That's good, Stevie. Glad I could help. There you go, there Jurgen's posted it. info@inktvapor.co.za. Thanks, meneer. So yeah, any more questions which you guys have? You're absolutely welcome though. As I said, I just can't wait for these RTD2 members to actually switch to Stormtroopers after the first month. And that would start looking nice if you get these different membership icons next to the guys' names. And yeah, and you can be a 10 Rand member, 10 Rand a month. That's nothing. You just pick up an empty Coke bottle and just give it in there. You've got your 10 Rand. And then you can get your RDD2 emojis. So that's cool. Any case, yeah, the M25 is still in my display. Everything which is in my display is what I have liked. And I also told somebody that, well, Nico Libbe came to me yesterday or the day before. And I told him as well. I said, what you guys must do. And that's why I don't like those disagrees or dislikes which people give on the videos without saying why they dislike it. Because you must remember, people experience devices differently. I mean, obviously I like blondes, and then I married a blonde loveliness. And you might like brunettes, or you might like gingers, or whatever. It differs. What you need to do is look at reviewers' opinions, look at how they build, what they build, and what suits your style. And then when you find those reviewers, those 2 or 3 people which are very similar to your style of vaping and your taste of vaping, then you can start listening to their opinions. And that's it. There might be people that absolutely do not like the Tauren Beast, but there are people that do. So obviously, you know, because I love this guy and you don't like it, then it probably most likely means that our tastes are just not compatible with one another. We differ from one another. It's not to say I'm wrong and you wrong or whatever. We differ. People differ. I mean, as I said, I studied biology. We differ. We differ. I wouldn't go out and buy myself a Lamborghini. If I want to treat myself, I'd rather get myself the Honda S2000. See, I'm not worried about those big things. So somebody else would want a Bugatti Veyron or something. I'm not too worried about that. For me, a Honda S2000, that's bederf. My Asmodus Minikin. I don't think there's anything. Is there anything on my Asmodus Minikin at the moment? There's something on my other Asmodus. Where's that Asmodus of mine? Okay, there at the top is my Manta. No, there's nothing on my other. This Asmodus is clean at the moment. There's nothing on this guy at the moment. I actually wanted to put this guy initially on here, but unfortunately you have got overhang on those sides. So yeah, that's a bit of a bummer there regarding this Asmodus. And the green little Asmodus has also got nothing on it at the moment. This guy's got nothing on it at the moment. But yeah. But my other pairings are solid. Are solidos. But I'll show you those pairings when I'm done with them. There's Michael Ross, all the way from the UK. Yeah, the UK. So much nice vape stuff in the UK. I wanted to order an e-pipe, but where's it? In the UK. And then I found another one. Where's it? Australia. Hey! But yeah, that's the next thing which I definitely want to get, is an e-pipe, a good e-pipe. I'd love that because I'm enjoying my tobacco MTLs as well. So if any of you guys are going to buy the gold and what's it, the gold and black, gold and silver, what's that one which I showed the other night, the new configuration, gold and black. Yeah, no, it should have had a center pin. They made a mistake over there with the design of that thing, but at least it can take 24, maybe 25 if you're lucky. But it's still a nice mod. It's actually got a nice feel in the hand, no matter how awkward it looks like. Yeah, I definitely want an e-pipe. I almost ordered an e-pipe for myself because I came across a company which in the UK, which is not too expensive, but they've got, unfortunately, they've only got flat rate shipping of £5.99, which might not sound a lot, but I've got zero faith in South Africa's postal service of that pipe ever reaching me. And I mean, you only have to pay, I think I paid $50 when I put it in my cart, $50 for the pipe and a extra black stem. So buying it is not an issue, but unfortunately they do not have a DHL option. So that killed it for me though. I'm not going to take the chance. There's few companies which ignored my request where they wanted me to review some of the products, and I asked them, listen, do not, I'll do it anytime, but do not send it via normal post. And they just don't listen to me, and I still don't have the stuff. So yeah, I'm not going to order the thing, definitely not. Kom ons kyk wat gaan nog hier so aan. Thanks, ek het ook groot vinger klein knoppies syndroom. Hi everyone, from a cold but sunny day. Mickey's back again. Hey, Mickey's becoming a regular. Even Pierre is starting to recognize Mick. I have only managed to get up to a 24 RTA in the Minicom V3. Yeah, so there you've got it. Yeah, so our postal service is absolutely shocking. And then some of the companies even have the audacity to tell me, no man, we've had South Africans win certain competitions and we sent them the products with success. Yeah, no, you do. Remember those skins which I actually ordered for my Exome? That beautiful green skin. Where's this one? This one. That is beautiful. Absolutely. It doesn't look as good on the camera as where it is here. Yeah, it's got bright green and dark blacks. It's actually fantastic. But it is specifically from the same company made for this device. Absolutely perfect. But it took 8 months to get to me. 8 months. As I said, I forgot about it. And there it pitches up. Totally forgot about it. Yeah. .5 ohm coil. Unbelievable. So yeah, there's definitely not a lot which I can change, would have changed about this. So Arbiter is actually very good. Very good. There's Mr. Kelvin van der Merwe who won his prize. Kelvin, you must say if you want to forfeit your prize so I can give it to another member. If you don't want your PM40 with the Kaiser engraving on it though. But you must have had a family movie evening, and that's why you missed the live the other night. So in your absence, you won that thing. I was thinking yesterday, you're more than welcome to try out the M28 black O-rings to see if it fits the. Yeah, I'll definitely try it though. It would be cool. Because yeah, only the base is 26.5, but the rest supposed to be the dimensions of a 28mm. So maybe the violator or your fatality will work on this. Just bring a set along when you come and collect your prize, and we put them in and actually see if it actually works. But yeah, isn't the triad, you know, what's the one, triad, or is it the trilogy? Isn't that a 2028? Isn't this guy 28? Maybe its O-rings will work. Just quickly zero this thing and see here. No, 30mm. That's not going to help me. Nope. No can do. What other 28 do I have? 25, 25. Now I've only got the violator. Maybe the violator is going to work. You never know. You never know. Let's quickly check out. Where's the box? I just remember where the figure I put the violator's box. Then we could check it out now and see if that actually works. There you go. There you go. Let's check it. Let's do it now. Because this guy's must got more than enough O-rings, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this guy's got a munchkin of O-rings. See if we can remove this guy. Nah, it's too much juice in here, guys. I'm gonna morse a lot. But what we can do is we can just compare it. See, this little packet is still sealed. That's how I like to keep my goedjies. But yeah, there you've got more than enough O-rings. Kelvin, you're actually a bright bastard, ne? Jy's eintlik 'n slim bliksem. And there's the one we are looking for. And we have got another one. So you definitely have a set of extras in the violator. So now we just need to take out one out of the package of the Arbiter and see if it actually fits. Let's do that while we are live. You guys must come sign off if I'm boring. Look at those red ugly bastards. So yeah, so if it's the same thickness, kom jy jou gemors. Now, the bottom one you still have to keep red, that I can tell you now. So you don't have a choice because the bottom one is not a standard O-ring. The bottom one looks almost like this, one of those jobbies. So this one unfortunately will have to stay red. But it's also not going to work because the O-rings of the Arbiter are thicker. So they're thicker as well. So no. Unfortunately, that sucks. So all you have to do is wait for the second batch and get them with the black O-rings. That's your option which you have if you do not like these red O-rings. But luckily there are people that do like them. I'm just not one of them. But I do like the RTA a lot. The RTA is awesome. That is cool beans. Let's just get all these O-rings back in the original packaging, because I like everything to be together. Waited 9 months for an order from China. That's nice and quick there, Jurgens. That sounds average. that sounds about right for South Africa. That sounds good. Nothing wrong with that statement. Okay, there's everything in place again. And all my goodies is back where they should be. So that's for the O-ring idea. Yeah, the trilogy is a 30 hour. The bulk, but Mick, I don't have the bulk. I had the bulk back in the day, but I didn't have it. Oh well, I don't have it anymore. So the bulk is not going to help me. What about the spare O-ring? I've got the Nightmare as well. The Violator I just tested, it doesn't work, but the Nightmare, I can still try the Nightmare, but I'll do that later though. Definitely. Checking the M28 box. What do you think of the Hugo Ego 200 watt? Dominic, I have not looked at the Hugo Ego. I can quickly copy it and just check it out and see what it actually looks like. If it's something which is exciting, then we can take it more serious. Yeah, I know I haven't tested it, but it looks exactly like the Vapor Storm, the Manto S, etc. And I've already got the Manto S, and I don't have any problems with the Manto S. So yeah, so I won't be getting that. But the Manto S has not given me any issues so far. In any case, it's a clunky plastic mod, but does it run Obilla? Try and find a Manto S. I've heard more people have problems with the Vapor Storm than I have heard with the Manto S, and my Manto S is still kicking up a storm. He's still doing well. Where's that Manto S of mine? Let's put this guy back over here. Goes to the top. Then you go over the side. And there's my Manto S. I'll just get 2 batteries quickly. So there's my Manto S, and on top of it I have got one of my OG goons. One of my original goons. Let's put that in that side there. And negative there. There you go. Let's see if this guy still works after it's been inside the cupboard for so long. Just want to make sure that I've got that little Okie in the correct way. I don't know. Check that out. But yeah, you can buy the Yuga Okie and let us know. And there you go. Still up and running. I don't think I've got a build in this thing. Well, I've got coils inside here. 85 watts. There you go, man. There you go. This needs a bit of strumming over here. These are some decent coils I've got in here. Oh my word. And just remember, if you decide to clean out your mod, I mean, you've got coils which is 2, 3, 4 days old, and you know it's still good for a couple of months. You don't want to throw it out. Remember to decently wash this guy and then just dry burn everything till it's dry. Do not put it in and stack it away when there's any moisture on it, because then it's going to start rusting and causing crap inside your mod. Okay, so yeah, so this Manto S still works perfectly, no problems. The Odin 200, that is an option, but because I didn't get the Odin 200, I'm actually keen on getting the Riva. I know the Riva and the Odin looks a lot like, except for those slits at the top. But I don't have the Odin 200, and hence I will, because I prefer the look of the Riva above the Odin. So, because I'm very happy with the DNA Odin. Very happy with that. That's cool. That is nice. Drag 3 is being released. I saw that though. I need a mod for my violator with no overhang. Well, there you go. That's your mod. That is your mod. Nothing wrong with this Hadron. It's just expensive. But this thing hits hard. And remember, it's dual 21-700s. So that's lekker. This thing's going to have power for days. So that's lekker, man. And just put it in and there it goes. But this thing hits. This thing hits very hard. And it's not that heavy. It's not that bulky. You can see it in my hand. So I say, okay guys, I don't want to do it any longer though. As I said, I don't want to spoil your Sundays with my ugly face. I do appreciate you guys joining. Jurgens, I'm waiting for you to still become a member though. You are more than frequent enough inside this chat. So yeah, get yourself an RDD2 for 10 Rand. Don't be like that. It's nothing for you. Nothing, I know. But otherwise, guys, thank you very much for joining though. Who's the para? Drop the dislike. Ach man, leave the wankers. You're always going to get those guys. You will always get them. Luckily, I know my wife loves me. And I've got a couple of oaks in the chat which do not mind me at all. So yeah, you can dislike me as much as you want. It's not going to do anything to me. It just makes people realize that there are wankers out there. They are. So yeah, and I mean, if you're going to get 50, 60, 100, 150 likes with 1 or 2 dislikes, do you think it bothers me? It says that your opinion is in the minority and that there's something wrong with your opinion. Nah, there's something wrong with not necessarily your opinion, but your attitude. Your attitude. So yeah. So guys, thank you very much. We'll meet up again now. But that was just something about this Arbiter. And you know, especially because I did a second video, I went live on this Arbiter, then you must know there must be something decent about this. So yeah, go and check it out. The guys they're bringing in a lot more of these Arbiters all of a sudden now, so it's more freely available at vendors at the moment. But I think this guy will be popular in South Africa. It is always nice to have a 28mm or larger atomizers every now and again. I can't wait for that Steam Crave with a 41mm new aromomizer to play around with. That's going to be nice. Okay guys, keep it real, have fun, and I will see you Thursday if I don't have anything which I can review. Currently I don't, so I will see you